soon. God bless. Hi guys, as you know, we're in total shock. I've been with my son for the last 10 weeks and the training has just gone absolutely the best it could ever been.
I bet it has.
Dedicated trainer.
Juiced out his mind, huh?
He leaves no stone unturned and we'll get to the bottom of this. I love my son. I know he don't cut no corners. He just goes straight at it 100%. But we'll keep you informed. We'll let you know what the next step is. But, you know, he's a faithful trainer and he's a clean athlete. Speak to you all soon. God bless. Hi guys, as you know, we're in total shock. I've been with my son for the last 10 weeks and the training has just gone absolutely the best it could ever been. He's a dedicated trainer. He leaves no stone unturned and we'll get to the bottom of this. I love my son. I know he don't cut no corners. He just goes straight at it 100%. But we'll keep you informed. We'll let you know what the next step is. But, you know, he's a faithful trainer and he's a clean athlete. Speak to you all soon.
What's good, family? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy DM for coming through and boosting up your man, the YB coin, all the way from the O, 100%. My doggy DM from the O, 100%, no doubt about it. So we just heard there from your mans, Nigel Benn. Now listen, Mr. Nigel Juicin, yeah? Mr. Nigel Juicin, come out and represent for his son. However, I ain't gonna lie for no one, it's looking bad right now for the Benn lineage. I'm just gonna come out and say it. If no one else is gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. This was underwhelming at best. You know what I mean? My man starts off by saying, we're completely shocked. It's like, wait a minute, Mr. Nigel Benn. If Eddie hasn't told you, Eddie leaked the fact that we all know it happened back in September, 4 weeks ago, so you ain't shocked. Do you know what I mean? Like, there isn't a unified front on this one. Everyone just messy. Yeah, it's completely messy right now. Oh, we're completely shocked. He says so with a completely blank face. He ain't shocked even a bit. Did any of you, man, see any shock in Nigel's voice or in Nigel's face? No. Yeah, these guys have been known this. And I always get odd when people just capping for the sake of capping. Yeah? For example, he could have come out and said, listen, ain't gonna lie to no one, when we found out in September, it was surprising, yeah, etc, etc. He ain't do that. Oh, we're completely shocked. Well, you ain't. Yeah? You're completely old news about shock. Listen, there's more, listen, from Nigel Benn's point of view, there's nothing new or shocked about this. Yeah? This is old. He should have come out and said, I'm completely old news about this because we heard about it a month ago. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard of someone being shocked about something they knew about 4 weeks ago. Anyway, that's just the first point. And in fact, I want to break down, there's too many gems in here for me to give an overall analysis. Let's break down the bars, bar for bar, 100%. Here we go, off the rip.
Hi guys, as you know, we're in total shock. I've been with my son for the last 10 weeks and the training has just gone absolutely the best it could ever been.
I bet it has. Your man's been juiced out of his barnet. You know, your man's been juiced off his Nelly. And you say, oh, my son, he's been the best I've ever seen him. Yeah, that's probably, do you know what I'm saying? Hate to break it to you, Nigel. You're not convincing us that he's clean. Oh, my God, my son was knocking everyone out. He was? Oh, my son never knocked no one out. My son pillar-fisted, and all of a sudden, he smoked everyone in this camp. All of a sudden, Nigel like, wait a minute, 100%. Nigel should be out here saying, listen, boom, my son was training, didn't notice any differences, he doing what he always does. Yeah, Nigel Benn was out here gassing, oh, my son was smoking all the big 168-pounder dons. Yeah, we dragged in Callum Smith and knocked him out, and you know what I'm saying? This guy going too hard with it. 100%, I'm sorry. End of the day, man, your son is being accused of being juiced off his Nelly. Yeah? And the last thing you want to do at this point is tell the fans that he's been performing better than you've ever seen him. Anyway, let's go to the next bar, because like I said, there's a few bars still.
My son training has just gone absolutely the best it could ever be. He's dedicated training.
Oh, I know it was a replay, but still, did you hear my man? It's the best it's ever been. Oh no, it's a bad look. It's looking bad right now for the Benn family. Yeah, Nigel Benn. He going out all the way sad. No doubt about it. 1,000,000% confirmed. let's rewind, selector some
With
more.
my son for the last 10 weeks, and the training has just gone absolutely the best it could ever be. He's a dedicated trainer. He leaves no stone unturned, and we'll get to the...
Listen, my son's a dedicated trainer. Yeah, he leaves no juice unpopped. 100%. He pop all the juice. That's what he said. Call me a liar. Did or did not Nigel Benn just say his son is an avid trainer? Yeah, he leaves no juices untouched. He popped them all. Yeah, what's that song? Was it Pokemon? Gotta catch 'em all. Digimon. I'm not sure. Whatever kind of sneaky game. Yeah, it was a game. Gotta catch 'em all. Conor Benn, he gotta pop them all. He pop them all. Listen, if you go into Conor Benn's yard, if you go into his pharmacy cupboard, you best believe he pop all the things in there. He stay popping them, and whatever he doesn't pop, he ends up licking off his wifey's coochie. 100%. That's what I've heard. I've heard Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn are putting together a statement which says Conor Benn is a victim. That's the problem, you see. Conor Benn never would have had this problem. If Conor Benn was living back in the 1950s, when dudes weren't no bocats, he'd have been just fine. But unfortunately, I've seen, listen, in the day, man, I've seen a leak of the statement Team Benn are preparing to put out. And it says in so many words, Conor Benn is a victim of the new 2022 culture. Yeah, the female empower. Unfortunately, Conor Benn's a victim of the female empowerment culture. Yeah, let's not forget, people, again, 10 years ago, it was frowned upon for dudes to suck the coocher. To suck the cooch, sorry. It just was. I'm telling you what it is. I remember, I'm from the early 2000s. And back in the early 2000s, it was frowned upon for a Donny to suck the cooch. That's just what it is. Dudes weren't supposed to be doing that. It was frowned upon. These times, though, with female empowerment, I'm one of them ones. And that's what happened here. Conor's a victim of female empowerment. Conor spent way too much time on his wifey's coocher, and he ended up getting trace elements through the cooch. 100%. That's what. He a bocat. He bocatting. And that's what, listen, end of the day, man, God punishes the bocat. Yeah? All you bocat sports dons out there, this is what you get. Yeah? The Lord said, no dude should be licking the cooch. Simple as that. Yeah, the cooch, listen, end of the day, man, the cooch don't need to be licked, Conor. Yeah? Your wifey, she's trying to get pregnant again. Now look at you. Ruin your career. And I feel bad for Vicky Benn, because we already know, I've already leaked the video of Conor Benn sticking it on Vicky. And you can just imagine now. Yeah, Conor Benn going to be on a mad one. So I told you I didn't want to suck the cooch. Yeah? Oops, it's one of them ones. Listen, Conor, ease up, man. It's not her fault. End of the day, yeah, Vicky, she was just trying to get hers. Simple as that. And now Conor's got some trace elements all up in his mouth. 100%. Anyway, let's listen to some more from Mr. Nigel Benn. Listen, Mr. Nigel Benn, what have you got to say for your son? 100%.
He's a dedicated trainer. He leaves no stone unturned. And we'll get to the bottom of this. I love my son. I know he don't cut no corners. He just goes straight at it 100%.
I know he don't cut no corners. He just gets bang on it with the juices. That's what he said. 100%. My son don't cut no corners. He does whatever he does 100%. Yeah? And if that means he's got to bang some juices, he's going to bang some juices. If that means he has to lick the panani and get them. Listen, I've heard Conor Benn and his training team had a strategy. Yeah, they gave his missus the chemicals, and then more time, Tony Sims was saying, listen, Conor, your missus has got she's got the fire in her blood system right now. Yeah, you need to go down there and go to work 100%. And Conor Benn every night had been working that cooch for some gains. And can you imagine that? Yeah. What's that, Vicky? You want some fertility? What's that, Vicky Benn? You want some fertility substance? Boom, Conor Benn. I spoke to Vicky. Vicky said I couldn't understand why Conor had been spending so much time eating the cooch. Now she knows. Yeah, Conor was trying to suck out all the gains. Suck the gains from the cooch. And I bet there's a few of you man right now. Yeah, I bet a few of you man that got your missus going down to the pharmacy. Yeah, but I'm sure a few of you gym heads, yeah. I'm sure a few of you gym heads got your missus on the fertility thing and you're looking to suck it right now 100%. Yeah? 2022 has never looked so good for female cooch. 100%. All you gym dons are going to be banging it hard. Yeah, take this wifey, 100%. I'm going to get some of these trace gains like Conor Benn had. And that's what I'm just telling you what it is. Yeah, you gym heads are gonna be down there putting in that cooch, putting in that work, putting in that lip service with the cooch for them trace element gains. Yeah. Anyway, on a serious note, it's all serious, but on a serious note, listen, Mr. Nigel Benn, this video was unconvincing. This video, truth be known, this video could have been stayed where it was. I ain't gonna lie to no one. Yeah, this video could have been stayed where it was. This video could have been stayed in your phone. I'm telling you now, you didn't need to put this video out. It was weak. Honestly, there's an old saying. Yeah, do something a certain way or don't bother at all. This was, for me, after watching this video, this was one of them ones. Don't bother at all. Makes me wonder, maybe, to be quite frank, there probably isn't a unified front, but at this point in your career, it's so critical. Everything counts. Every little narrative counts, I believe. It makes me laugh. All these teams, yeah. All these multi-million-dollar teams, everyone's taking 10%. Oh, Conor Benn's management team. Oh, Conor Benn's promoter. Imagine that. Your promoter's job is to manage your image, essentially. Promote, yeah? Promote your image, bottom line. No doubt Conor Benn's got some PR team and whatever else. Makes you laugh that all these guys taking 10%. You never find out how good your team is, yeah? When there isn't a problem. Do you understand? Management isn't really for the times when anyone can manage someone when nothing's going on. Management, promoters, PR agents in general, all them entities, their true value is shown in crisis times. Like I said, up to this point, who couldn't manage Conor Benn? a lot of these people get names like manager, like promoter, but they ain't really managing or promoting anything. A donkey could have managed Conor Benn's career to this point. What's happened since? Oops, falling apart, in tatters right now. You got his dad coming out here just waffling, not even a bit convincing. Right now, Conor Benn's team should be running a tight ship and focusing on the facts, focusing on the core elements. Instead, they're waffling, and that's why I say it don't look good, because we know what we need to hear. We need to hear. Again, I've been saying this. The people need to hear right now the circumstantial evidence that proves or that implies Conor Benn's innocence. Like the dates of the test. We need to end the day, man. We need to know the official date he failed. We need to know the date he was next tested on. We need to know the date he was tested on before the failed test. That's all we need to hear. The testing question was October 4th. We passed one on September 15th. We passed another one all this week. That's what we need to hear. At which point, if we know that Conor Benn failed on September 15th and passed on September 10th and passed on September 20th, for me, I'll tell you now for free. If that ends up being the case, I'm clearing Conor Benn. It's bullshit. Obviously, it's impossible. You can't just juice for 30 seconds and it disappear. And these VADA companies, man, in my opinion, they're way too, They're way too all in the video. Yeah? There's an old saying that, I'm not sure what it's called, but essentially, when you're a hammer, you think everything needs hitting. So from VADA's point of view, when you're a drug-don agency, yeah, you think everyone needs popping. Do you understand? And that, for me, it creates a problem there. They're looking for something. And I understand that, obviously, they're looking for something. But, again, when you're finding trace amounts of a this is not a steroid. When you're finding trace amounts of a non-steroid, which serves no functional benefit, I think we need to seriously relook at the rules here. Yeah? If things aren't causing no difference, what are we doing here? I'm not saying, well, does that mean YB people should juice up to a limit? And I guess that's how it gets more nuanced. Yeah? Where do you draw the line? Obviously, the line should be no juice, but you know what I'm saying? If you got a little slip up for whatever reason, again, we don't know. You don't know the food you're importing from God knows where. Contamination does happen. It's possible. And when you're testing the trace amounts like this, you just don't know. Tesco's, you know what I'm saying? It's a madness. The way global supply chains are. You've got these big boats and these big crates, and the amounts they're finding. Now, I might be wrong. If some Dr. Don can tell me, yeah, that random things can't occur, then might be the case. But I guarantee a lot of us cats here, a lot of us public, would have things in our system as well. I guarantee it. Unfortunately, it's just the way it goes sometimes, I believe, from contamination. Now again, if Conor Benn doesn't have any clean tests before and after, that's a problem. But we know he's got clean tests. We know after, since he's been completely clean. We just really need to be cleared up. When was Conor Benn tested before the dodgy test? Because if Conor Benn's been tested in the 1 or 2 weeks before the dodgy one, there's no case here to be had, in my opinion. Because no one is going to juice trace amounts for a day or two, and then you're either juicing or you're not, in my opinion. No one thinks, oh, I'm going to come on the juice for 2 days and then jump off. No one does that. It makes no sense. Why would you take the risk of losing a big fight for a few little days of non-steroidal juice? Makes no sense whatsoever. And all the people saying, oh, YB, it's a post-cycle therapy. And listen, if it was a post-cycle therapy, yeah, why wasn't he popping for the actual cycle? I don't understand that. Oh, YB, and Conor Benn's been caught coming off. Wait there. If he's been caught coming off, why wasn't he caught doing the actual thing you're talking about? Makes no sense. Yeah? Oh, it's a post-cycle thing. Listen, a post-cycle thing, number one, isn't just one substance. Yeah? This substance in question, it's not the only post-cycle thing someone would take. Not to mention, in the amounts it's been found, it serves post-cycle nothing. Do you understand? Everyone's carrying on like there's been a whole bunch found, like in the Jarrell Miller situation. In the Jarrell Miller situation, there's no mention of trace amounts. Yeah, they found litres of the stuff in his blood. Yeah, 100%. Told you before, there was more of this. There was more chemicals in Jarrell Miller's blood than there was actual plasma. Yeah, doctors have said it's a marvel how he was even breathing still. It's a marvel. It's a true engineering marvel how Jarrell Miller was able to function still. His blood was mainly juices. Simple as that. Anyway, man, listen. Nigel, it's a bad look for you right now. I understand. He coming out. He's shilling for his son. But the overall vibe for me wasn't a good look. It wasn't convincing at all. I think I'm going to be honest here. Conor Benn, I'm supporting Conor Benn in as much as I think the fight should have happened. However, I ain't going to lie to no one. Meaning that this weren't convincing. And also, Conor Benn's, his speech, his statements weren't convincing either. These guys always keep saying, oh, we're clean fighters. None of them actually said. I haven't heard a convincing statement from either person yet that says, I've never taken that clomiphene, whatever it was. I have never taken a clomiphene tablet. I've never heard that one. And to be quite frank, the shiftiness I've interpreted from both men, it's almost like they know. It's almost like, I can imagine something's happened. I don't know how to explain it. I don't understand the context, but it feels to me like everyone knows something's wrong here. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like they know something we don't. That's what I've seen in Conor Benn's eyes, and that's what I've seen here in Nigel Benn's eyes. Notice there isn't that visceral reaction. Yeah? But don't forget, people, Conor Benn and Nigel Benn, they're almost like, they're like roid ragers. Yeah? Normally, Conor Benn's really amped up and mad, yeah? Normally, Nigel Benn's quite aggressive, any. Or certainly was in his prime years. I say that because all of a sudden Conor Benn's become very kind of defensive almost. You'd think, for someone who's completely clean and doesn't know, I'd be angry right now. I'd be out to say, what are you talking about? I ain't never taken nothing. Taking that rubbish. I don't even know what it is. Do you understand? I'd be saying, I don't even know what it is. Never mind taking it. You'd think Conor Benn right now would be raging at their fake test. I'd be out here saying, listen, that's fake news. That test is fake news, and I'm suing VADA because I've never taken any of that crap. Do you understand? That's the kind of reaction I'd be expecting from his team. Instead, it's very, like I said, defensive. They're almost like, tiptoeing around it, which I'm surprised about. If you're 100% certain, that's how I'd be defending it. Instead, I see a lot of guilt. I'm interpreting a lot of, you know what I'm saying? A lot of implied guilt. Is it 100% proven? No, but I'm just telling you the vibe I've got right now. The vibe ain't looking good. Yeah? At this point, though, time will tell. That's all we can do. Smash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell 1,000,000%.